Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we are going to do the unboxing of the Kreo Surge Ultra gaming controller, and let's take a look at what it offers and do a quick overview. So this is what the box looks like. It offers a warranty of 400 days and shows numerous features. So let's take a look what it has and let's start unboxing. So the box seems to be of decent quality, and we get good quality foam material over it, which shows that they have done good amount of work in making the device to be one that's premiumly packed. We get a few stickers which look something like this, and then we get the manual, which basically has the details of how to map the control buttons and everything. And then this is what the controller looks like. So we will take a look at it, but let's keep it on the side and let's take a look at the other accessories it has. So this is the cable that they are providing. This is a type A to type C cable for wired gaming. And then here we get the extra D-pad. That's one of the features. We will talk about that in a moment. And yeah, this should be the dongle that they have provided, USB 2.4 gigahertz dongle. Yeah, and that's all. So let's begin and let's take a look at what we have. So first of all, the manual seems to provide the details and everything that one would expect. Of course, we can go through this later. And then we have the stickers. It says Kreo, so nice branding, and here's the Kreo logo. So just adds a premium feel to things. And then let's take a look directly at the controller. So this is what the controller looks like. I must say that it feels premium and it feels quite heavy, more heavy than what I initially anticipated and expected. So yeah, this is what it looks like from the back. Here we have the charging dock ports, and here we have a button which basically is showing the connectivity modes that it has. We find two macro buttons over here, and then two buttons that will adjust the vibration. I believe the triggers, not the vibration. And then from the front side, it looks very much like an Xbox controller. My previous controller is also an Xbox controller, so you guys can see side by side that these are pretty similar of products. So we will talk about that in a minute, but in the meantime, let's take a look at what this controller offers. So yeah, we get the buttons which say A, B and XY. I am aware that this also offers the layout of a Nintendo Switch by flipping the position of those four buttons, and that's a functionality that this controller provides. And then the triggers and the joysticks seem to be of quite decent quality. The build quality seems pretty good. I was not expecting it to be this heavy, but yeah, it's quite heavy. And yeah, so as you can see, the triggers basically don't go completely in, they go somewhere in just this much. But yeah, the feedback seems to be decent, and there is grip that's present on the back side, and I think that will help with the ergonomics a bit. But yeah, it certainly feels a little different from one would expect than the Xbox controller, but not bad in its own regard. So I am aware that many of these components are actually openable and changeable. So let's go ahead and do that. So if I just try to pull out the D-pad, so it just comes out like this. Since it's a new controller, I found it to be a little risky, but yeah, came out well. We also have the turbo button over here, two buttons that will help us map the buttons, the function key over here, the home button over here, two decent quality joysticks. And yeah, so that's the overview. So now time to open the faceplate. Yeah, magnetically connected faceplate. As we can see, there are 6 plates, 6 magnets which connect this faceplate to the controller, and this is what it looks like from over here. So if you look closely, PC and Nintendo Switch options are present. So if I just move this button like this, the button's configuration changes, and that's actually a nice feature to have if you are someone who wants to use this controller on both PC and Nintendo Switch. And then next, here we get the space for that USB-C dongle, and then these are the screws from where the magnetic plate connects. So the good thing is that once you get bored with this color, you probably can get yourself another plate, and that would add a fresh look. So that would basically make you feel like you're using a new controller. So that's pretty awesome in my opinion. And so yeah, that's what it looks like. Nothing much. And yeah, so okay, so another thing that I would like to talk about is the battery. So if we look closely on the back, it says caution, please use PC laptop USB port for charging. So they are saying that we shouldn't manually plug it into the mobile chargers, and we should not be charging this directly through our sockets at homes, and it's better to charge it directly through a laptop or a USB-C through our PCs. So just on the safer side, that's what I am going to do as well. And here's the second D-pad. As we can see, the difference between those two D-pads is that this one comes with 4 buttons, that is the up, down and the right, left, and this one has 8 buttons. So basically, if someone wants to give directions which are not the common 4, they can plug this one in depending upon the game that they are playing. So for the time being, I'll just plug this one back on, and that's because I generally play the games for which I will just need those 4 buttons. So yeah, let's just plug that back in. I'll just put the faceplate first, I believe. Yeah, so fits in perfectly, and there's a nice click to it. So if I just take it off and just place it back, there's a nice click, and it just fits pretty well. So that shows that it's really made of good build quality. And then it's time to plug back the D-pad in. Yeah, okay, yeah, fits well, and there's a good clicky feel. The buttons seem to be very tactile. If we look at those 4 buttons, they don't feel too different from the Xbox, but yeah, they feel a little tighter, I would say. The joysticks seem to be pretty smooth, and yeah, there's that clicky feel over here. And then those buttons, yeah, feels like you're clicking a mouse. So that's pretty interesting, I would say. So yeah, it sounds like this is a well built device. And this is how much the triggers go in. If we just flip the switch, yeah, this becomes a button. Sounds like a mouse click, I must say. But yeah, I think that shows that the device is surely well built. How long it lasts and how it's going to turn out in future, that is something that we can talk about in future videos maybe. But my first impressions are, this seems to be a very decent device. It's heavy, probably because of the 1200 mAh battery that this device has, and it comes with this Type-C port which can be used to charge this device. And I believe that I will like using this device considering it's ergonomic. It has that Xbox shape, so good for long sessions. And in the upcoming days, I'm going to do a bit of gaming with this device, and I'll see how good or bad this product turns out to be for myself. And I'll be making another video. Let me know what you thought about this one. And since it's my first video, so I would appreciate a like, and thank you so much for watching. That said, stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you are interested in watching a full review of this video that I'll make in maybe a week or two, talking about the details, talking about the games that I use this controller with, and how my experience was in all of the games. And also in a later video, if you are interested, please let me know if you would like me to do a direct one-on-one comparison between those two controllers. This is the Xbox Robot White controller, which is basically the Series S controller, and then a very similar looking Kreo Surge Ultra, for which we made this video today. So let me know if that is one of the things you would like to see on this channel. But yeah, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for watching this video. Really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.